So here is the Keurig bottom portion replacement. Now my Keurig is one of those standard gray ones. It's pretty large that was available at membership warehouses. And I just bought one, And so I got this replacement just in case I needed it because the Keurig at my house gets abused, like absolutely abused, but it's been running good. So this is what it looks like on the inside. It's shiny. I do see that little needle thing looks kind of wonky. It's got the 4-prong bottom, that fluted thing, and it says caution sharp needles. And it's got like a semi-starburst with that little needle. So here's the thing. I pulled out the abused unit. This is the original because I wanted to compare it. So right here they appear to be the exact same size. They have the same markings, these 2 prongs here. Now, yeah, these are the same. Yes, everything looks the same. The difference is, see how this one, the original, has that tip on it. It's more of a tip. This one is more of a strange bottle top. Does that matter? I don't think so. I think that's just 2 different attributes. I think that's fine. I don't think it's going to affect anything. And then if we flip this over, yes, this looks exactly the same. Exactly the same. Exactly the same. Now, what do I think of this needle thing? So, this one goes straight down to the abyss. See that? The original does not. It has a... I'm sorry that my camera's not capturing this, but it has holes in 2, 4, 5 different areas going around, and it has a base right here. The coffee still flows down, but it doesn't go directly down into the exit point. So this one is going straight down to the exit point. So how's that going to affect things? Well, I think that what's interesting is that means that in the case of this one, the cup is going to sit here on the edges, and the only exit is going to be right down the middle of that one hole there. That means that any coffee that builds up right here is only going to have one exit, and so you would want to make sure that like you had literally a true puncture. If not, I think it would overflow. In the case of this one, it has a lot of exits around that hole there. I'm so bummed you can't really see this too well. But yeah, there's a lot of exits around there. You can kind of see that there's a lot of them, but they're around the edge. So there's more exit room on this one that's around the edge, and this one is exit in the middle exclusively. Now, mine has a needle that is at a true slant, like that. It's cut at an edge, and it's got a hole in it, and then it's got the little cushion. This one, the slant is not as extreme. It's just a little bit there. It's not as sharp. So instead of it being like at a very, what would you call that? This one's like this, and this one's like the original's like this, as far as the tip is concerned. So at the incline, there you go. So I'm trying to see, can I? Oh, I guess there is a hole. So other thing too, the hole on this one goes down the entire shaft of the needle. This one does not. It appears that it is only when you get down, like that's interesting. So the tip is solid like that, and then the bottom portion has the hole in it. This one starts very early with that hole where it's needing to let the liquid through. So it looks like these are the exact same size. This, I am not going to call this a 1-for-1 replacement because it's not the exact same design. This one's more complicated though. I can see how this one is a very cost-effective replacement because they did their best with mimicking the design without having all the intricacies here that would probably cost more money to keep those intricacies. So I think this is just fine. I think it does have the risk of the overflow, like because it doesn't have the exits around. But, you know, if you're using your Keurig kindly, regardless if you're using it, I think it'll be fine. But you are at risk for that. So do I think this is a good replacement? Absolutely. I'm going to totally use that when this one dies. And then if you're worried about it being 1-for-1 and you want the performance to be the same, okay, fine. Go buy yourself a Keurig one, you know? If not, I consider this a really good replacement. It looks like it's going to work. The needle I wish was a little bit narrower on that incline, you know, that cut, so that it really pierces, in other words. It seems like this one, you're going to have to know that it doesn't pierce the same. So you're going to have to really go down on it to make sure it pierces well. But other than that, looks like a good replacement. So there you go.